Hi everyone, you're watching RAM24.com channel and today we're going to take apart Realme C85. First, as usual, we need to remove the SIM card tray. To do this, we use a special tool inserted into the hole and push the SIM card tray out. After that, we need to heat the surface of the back cover to approximately 70 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees Fahrenheit. For this, we use a heating mat, but you can also use a hairdryer. And after approximately 5 to 10 minutes, we can move on to separating or removing the back cover. For this, we use a thin plastic film we inserted into the gap between the back cover and the mid-frame and carefully run it along the edge, cutting through the adhesive layer. As always, we need to be careful around the camera so that we don't accidentally touch or damage the lenses. And of course, we should not push the tool too far underneath the back cover, since we don't know what is located underneath it. So we carefully cut through the adhesive. As usual, the cover has additional adhesive around the cameras, and the cover is thicker in this area. We can use a plastic tool to leave the cover slightly in this spot. And we separate and remove the back cover, which has nothing attached to it. After that, it is better to cover the camera lens with a special film. We have one lens, and note that we apply the film not directly to the lens, but to the rim around it. After that, we move on to removing the screws in the upper and lower sections. For this, we use a 1.5mm Phillips screwdriver or a Phillips #30. So we carefully remove the screws and place them on a special surface in a specific order. Of course, it is better to keep the screws from the lower section separate from the ones we removed earlier. After removing the screws, we move on to separating the mid-frame. We insert a thin plastic film into the gap between the mid-frame and the display frame near the SIM card tray opening. We run it along the edge, release several clips, and then use a thicker tool. However, in our case, and specifically with this model, the mid-frame is also additionally glued in place. So even though we release the clips, the cover will not come off. Therefore, we need to determine or check where the additional adhesive is located. We need to carefully leave the cover and separate it by cutting through the adhesive layer. As you can see in the video, we carefully separate the adhesive layer in certain areas by cutting through it. We need to be really and very careful because the flex cable that goes to the side button, most likely to the fingerprint sensor, is located right in this area. It is extremely thin and quite easy to damage. And the idea of adding adhesive in this particular area, well, in my opinion, is not wise at all. At some point, we carefully separate the mid-frame, carefully lift it and turn it over. We check the location of the adhesive and set the mid-frame aside. We put the side button back in its place and can see that the flex cable is fine. Next, using a non-metallic tool, we disconnect the battery connector and move on to the bottom section. At the bottom, we disconnect the coaxial cable connector and disconnect the interboard flex cable. We also need to remove the two Phillips screws that hold the speaker in place. We carefully remove the screws and set them aside. Now we first need to remove the subboard. We need to find the right place where we can get underneath it, carefully lift it and remove it. and speaker cannot be removed at this stage. So we carefully separate the subboard and lift it. The subboard is also glued in place, so we remove it. The subboard contains the charging port and microphone and card connector on the reverse side. As for the microphone opening in the bottom section, the microphone opening is located in the display frame and has an L-shaped design. There is a protective membrane on the reverse side. The microphone itself is located on the reverse side of the subboard. If we insert something into the microphone opening, we cannot damage the microphone this way. Okay, now we can remove the speaker. We carefully get underneath it by the edge, it is also slightly glued in place, and remove it. Here we can see the cover with the speaker. Set it aside. The vibration motor remains in the display frame. Now we move on to the motherboard. On the motherboard we disconnect one rear camera and disconnect the front-facing camera. It is better to keep the heat-dissipating material foil from the front-facing camera, as we will need it during reassembly. After that we disconnect the display flex cable connector, disconnect the interboard flex cable connector, disconnect the flex cable for the side buttons, and disconnect the coaxial cable connector. We also remove the one screw that holds the motherboard in place. This screw is different from the previous ones. Now nothing is preventing us from removing the motherboard. We carefully get underneath it at the correct spot, and please note that the motherboard may also be held in place by thermal paste on the reverse side. Finally, we move on to disconnecting the battery. To disconnect the battery, there is a black tab that we need to pull upward. And of course, there is a transparent protective film that we need to move out of the way so that it doesn't interfere. We move the transparent film as far to the side as possible and pull the black tab upward to disconnect the battery. The battery is firmly glued in place. We carefully pull and separate the battery. Under the battery there is a transparent adhesive protective film that protects the interboard flex cables. And with that, the assembly is complete. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in our next videos, either on our Telegram channel or on our website.